Good evening, students. Today our topic is alpha particle scattering, Rutherford experiment. Okay. So theoretically, first of all, we'll discuss about the theoretical explanation of the Rutherford experiment or alpha particle scattering. Okay. So here, first we should know what is the meaning of alpha particle. So alpha particle is nothing but, so we represent with the alpha helium-24. So this helium-24 particle we call as a alpha particle. Okay. So here first of all, in Rutherford experiment, fine pencil of alpha particle or helium nuclei. So alpha particle also called as a helium nuclei. The charge of 2e, with charge of 2e, 2 electrons was obtained from a radioactive material. Okay. So we are using some radioactive material, that is radium. So this radium is placed inside the lead block. So this one is called as a lead block. Okay. So this lead block is opening in a opening. So just like tunnel, this is like tunnel, but it has opening like this. Okay. So this radium material gives the alpha particle. So but these alpha particles are moving in different directions. Okay, or alpha particles are emitted in all directions, but only those come out which are along the axis of opening, So these alpha particles are collided with the gold foil. So gold foil, nothing but thin gold material, very thin gold material we call as a gold foil. Okay, so backside the gold foil, so we placed a screen. This is a screen. So this black color we call as a screen. Okay, so backside this gold plate we placed a screen. Okay, so all these particles are strike the gold foil. So first of all, once again repeating same points. So in this experiment we have lead block. So inside a radium material. Okay, radon or a radium we call as a radium. So this one is a gold foil and this one is a screen. So this radium material gives or emit alpha particles. So these alpha particles are moving like this, and these alpha particles are collide to the gold foil, automatically deflect. So these these alpha particles are deflected in different direction. Okay. So next, so here, so first of all, Rutherford observed following points in this experiment. Okay, so in this process Rutherford observed some following points. So here, first one, so most of the alpha particle went straight to the gold foil. Okay, produce flashes on the screen. Okay, so most of the alpha particle, maximum number of alpha particles are passed through the gold foil and produce flashes on the screen as if there were nothing inside the gold foil. Okay, this is the first point. So this one is the first observation by Rutherford. And the next one is few particles collide with atoms. Okay, so atoms of the foil which have scattered or deflected through considered large angle. So these are the atoms of the gold foil. So these are alpha particles. So few particles are went through straight, and some particles are collide with the atoms of the gold foil and deflected with a large angle. Okay, so deflected with a large angle. This is the second point. Okay, so few particles even turn back toward the source itself. Okay, some particles are turned back toward the source. Okay, so these are the observation made by Rutherford. Once again repeating same point. First observation, most of the alpha particle went straight through the gold foil and produced flashes on the screen as if there were nothing inside the gold foil. This is the first point. And second point, so few particles collide with the atoms of the gold foil, and so these particles deflected with a large angle. Okay, so this is second point. And few particles are turned back toward the source. Nothing but radium, so or lead. Okay, so these are the observation made by Rutherford. So Actually, the alpha particle should be subject to very feeble force of repulsion in different directions. Okay, so the charge is spread throughout the mass. So actual thing is the deviation of alpha particle should be negligible small. Okay, so the deviation of the alpha particle so very small. Okay, but so according to Thomson model, so Thomson, what are the assumptions of the Thomson? With a small angle only, so alpha particles are deflected. Okay, according to Thomson experiment. But so Rutherford said that with a large angle only, alpha particles are deflected. Okay, so actually this is a nearly opposite to the proposals of the Thomson. Okay, so this clarification or this contradiction given by or explained by the Geiger and Marsden. Okay, so the Geiger and Marsden experiment shows that alpha particles are deflected with a large angle only. Okay, so due to the massive positive charge is concentrated at the center of the nucleus, center of the atom, so these alpha particles are deflected with a large angle. Okay, so this is the mainly explanation about the Rutherford alpha particle scattering. So next we will see the Rutherford atomic model. So what are the main assumptions of the Rutherford according to this experiment? Okay, so from this experiment he gives some assumptions of the alpha particle scattering. Okay, actually in Rutherford 1911 proposed new type of model of the atom. Okay, so according to this experiment Rutherford gave some assumptions of the atom, he gave some information about the atom. Okay, according to Rutherford, so he said that so a nucleus is concentrated. If you take atom like this, so atom always in the form of sphere, nucleus at the center, electrons are moving around the nucleus. Okay, he said that according to alpha particle scattering, all positive charges, okay, so the total positive charges or the mass of the atom concentrated one place, so that is called as a nucleus. So this is the assumptions of the Rutherford, and the size of the nucleus is nearly 10 power minus 13 centimeter. So this is the size of the nucleus. Okay, so in this way the radius of the nucleus is nothing but 10 power minus 3. Diameter of nucleus is nothing but 10 power minus 13 centimeters. Okay, so here, so we should analyze one important question, one important problem. So that is why these particles, so alpha particles nothing but these are the positively charged particles, so also called as helium-24 particles. Why these particles are scattered with a large angle? Okay, so Rutherford explained this point. So actually, so this centrally nucleus, so this is a positive charged particle. Nucleus is nothing but it possesses positive charge. Okay, nucleus possesses positive charge. When these particles, alpha particles, are moved towards to nucleus, so we know that the repulsion force taking place between this positive alpha particle and nucleus. Okay, so this alpha particle and nucleus. So here, due to this repulsion force, these alpha particles are scattered with a large angle. Okay, so this is the region. Okay, na? And next limitations. We will study about the limitations of Rutherford nuclear model. Okay, so what are the limitations of the Rutherford nuclear model? So here, what it means? What is the meaning of limitations? So limitations is nothing but failures. Okay, so failures of the drawbacks of the Rutherford nuclear model. So the failures of Rutherford nuclear models are mainly two drawbacks. Okay, two main failures. So first failure, the stability of atom as a whole. Okay, this is the first failure, the stability of the atom as a whole. And second failure, distribution of electrons outside the nucleus. Okay, distribution of electrons outside the nucleus. First we will discuss about the stability of atom as a whole. Okay, so first of all we are taking helium. So the charge, so helium 2 4, so the charge atomic number 4 2. Okay, the mass number is 4. So this is a helium. So this helium nucleus atom contain, so this is a two electron charge. So here 2 electrons are, so this is minus E, nothing but electron position. This is one also electron position. So here the distance between nucleus to electrons are symmetrical, I mean same distance. So this distance is equal, this distance also equal, same distance. Okay, so here this positively charged nucleus and the negatively charged electrons are maintain symmetric distance or same distance. Okay, so here we will calculate the attraction and repulsion forces. So first we will discuss about the attraction between nucleus and electron. Okay, nucleus possesses a positive charge. Okay, positive charge, electron negative charge. So automatically attraction force taking place between this positive charge and electron. Okay, according to Coulomb's law. So what is Coulomb's law? So according to Coulomb's law, the force, attraction or repulsion force, nothing but Q1 Q2 by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. This is the Coulombic attraction or repulsion force. So according to this formula, so we will calculate the attraction force between nucleus and the electron. So this is the attraction force. So charge of electron, charge of nucleus. So this one is the distance between electron and nucleus. Okay, we should remember this is a force of attraction. And similarly we will calculate the force of repulsion. Okay, repulsion taking place between same type of charges, similar type of charges. Okay, so symmetrical charges. So here the repulsion force taking place between minus E, nothing but this is the electron, this one is the electrons. So repulsion force taking place between these two electrons. Okay, so here also we will calculate the force of repulsion. So here force of repulsion is nothing but, so here E into E by 4 by epsilon. What is the distance between these two electrons? R and R. Then we get the 2R. Okay, so here when we compare this force of attraction and force of repulsion, this one is 8 times greater than repulsion. I mean attraction force is 8 times greater than repulsion force. Okay, automatically attraction force is more compared to repulsion force. So here, so automatically the nucleus attracts the electrons, so then atom will be collapse. Okay, ikkada electrons, nucleus electrons ni attract చేసుకుంటే ఇది మొత్తం కూడా కొలాప్స్ కావాలి. బట్ సో ఎందుకు కొలాప్స్ అనేది ఇక్కడ జరగడం లేదు? ఓకే, we will discuss this problem also. So Rutherford explained this problem by electrons are not at constant position, but electrons are moving or revolving around the nucleus. Okay, this point given by Rutherford. Okay, so Rutherford gave, so due to the revolving of electrons, so this atom is not collapsed. Okay, so when these electrons are moving or revolving around the nucleus, automatically centrifugal or centripetal forces are coming to place. Okay, so here this is we know that centrifugal and centripetal forces, the centripetal force or centrifugal force mv square by r. This is a formula for centrifugal or centripetal force. We should remember centripetal force always act toward the center, centrifugal force always acts outside the center. Okay, so we should remember this is a centripetal force and this one is a centrifugal force. Always it acts toward the center. This is centripetal force. When the centrifugal force, so always acts toward the outside the center. Okay, we should remember this point. So here the centrifugal force is nothing but this is the centrifugal force E into ZE by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. Okay, due to the centrifugal force, these electrons, I mean these atoms are not collapsed. Okay, this analysis, this point given by Rutherford. We should remember this point. Okay, so another problem arises. So what is that? So Rutherford told that electrons are moving around the nucleus. Okay, so due to that revolving nature only, centripetal forces or centrifugal forces are coming to place. Okay, so automatically these forces are balancing. Okay, so that these atoms are not collapsing. This reason, this answer given by Rutherford. Okay, so automatically immediately another problem arises. Okay, that is when electrons are moving around the nucleus. Okay, so when electrons are moving around the nucleus, so when any atom or any object in the universe, when it moves, automatically it emits the radiation or it lost the energy. Okay, if we walk, okay, or we run with some velocity, after some time we will get tired, we lost our energy. ఓకే, మనము రన్నింగ్ చేసినా వాకింగ్ చేసినా ఆఫ్టర్ సమ్ టైమ్ మనకు ఎనర్జీ అనేది లాస్ అయిపోతుంది. సో హియర్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఆర్ మూవింగ్ అరౌండ్ ద న్యూక్లియస్. వై దీస్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఆర్ నాట్ లాసింగ్? ఓకే, వై దీస్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఆర్ నాట్ లాస్ ద ఎనర్జీ? Okay, if it lost the energy, automatically these electrons are moved toward the center. Okay, so automatically these electrons are gets at constant position. Okay, or automatically these electrons are gets the fixed position. Okay, so why this is not happen in the case of atom is so atom maintain stability. Okay, so these problems are solved by Niels Bohr in 1913. Okay, so real thing is electrons are moving around the nucleus, but these electrons are not lost the energy. Okay, so this point explained by Niels Bohr in 1930. Okay, this is a complete information about the alpha particle scattering, Rutherford scattering. Okay, tomorrow next class we will discuss about the alpha particle mathematical derivation. Okay, thank you.